It's Jed the Slav, the original play ball. And this is the part you don't see. Me spending my entire weekend editing when I've got tons of other things to do. But I love it. And this year, I am trying to scale my business, White Dirt Productions, to a higher level. In 2025, I started the year off. I picked a word for the year, and it was opportunity. Every year I try to pick a word and I try to stick to it no matter what. And I don't just pick it out of thin air. I put a lot of thought into it. I'm already thinking about the word for the next year and the year I'm in. And opportunity is the word. So I spend a lot of time, and I know that in order to get to another level, you watch all these guys on YouTube and social media say you got to scale your business. You got to start working with other people like you that are doing better. So I've been trying to get better about expanding a community and involving other people and finding other talented creatives to collab with. And I'm really just trying to put myself out there more. That's all this little video right here is really about. I'm trying to be more candid with it. Obviously, that's why I set up all these lights and stuff that you can't see. But I've been working on the biggest, most well thought out YouTube video I've ever made. I've been focusing on something I recently learned called the three E's: entertainment, emotional, and educational. I was telling a couple of my buddies the other day that for many years I have had the first two, but always shied away from being educational with my content because I didn't feel like I always knew what I was talking about. And then I realized after watching enough people that one, you do know what you're talking about, and two, if you're wrong, it's okay. It's about the journey, it's about learning to get it right, learning to do better, learning to grow. And in my post heroes journey portion of my life and my process, I've been really leaning into the concept of like wax on and wax off. So it's not really about trying to be the best or get to being the best, more so like really trying to experience the experience and really embracing the process. It's not everything's a chore. A lot of stuff is the thing, the process, the editing, the script writing, the really rolling around with the process is supposed to be the whole thing, right? So I'm trying to niche. Everyone says you need a niche. I'm still finding what my specific niche is. I spent a lot of years trying to be broad as possible, and if you walk inside of a Home Depot, you expect to find stuff to build shit with. So you don't expect to find groceries and stuff. So I completely understand the niching process. And as of now, I think I'm leaning into my passions of cinema and music. So I've got things I'm working on that involve entertainment, being emotional, and educational that have to do with music and cinema in whatever capacity. So I look up to a lot of YouTubers. I'm heavily inspired by YouTubers mainly. Shout out Horses. This sick shirt, man. Dude, a Horses shirt is like one of the hardest things to get. Like one of these awesome horse drops. Shout out Horses. One of my favorite YouTube essayists. I'm very, very inspired by YouTube essayists. It's one of those things that it's like, is this one of those things that I just like to consume and just admire, and maybe I shouldn't do it myself? But that being said, I'm working on a YouTube essay right now. So, really, lately, this last song that I released, I've always had a very kind of small, organic support base. A lot of people I consider friends and associates, and then more layers out to people who are just more fans or whatever. But very small, very manageable. I pretty much know all of them. And with this release, I've been doing a little bit more marketing. I've been doing a little bit more SEO, all the words. And it's amazing that what you're doing can actually mean to people. And, you know, let's keep going on that base. I mean, if you found me through like Instagram or something like that, you know, I'd love for you to check out the YouTube, because I'm going to have something for casual folks who just like the content, and I'm also going to have something for artists just like me who are trying to advance and scale and really figure out this ever-changing landscape of content creation, music, filmmaking, and marketing. So, peace. Stay inspired. You got to end it off with a word or a catchphrase or something. Stay inspired.